Everybody is a podcast.
Oh, welcome in to the show tonight. Everybody had a podcast. Hope all of you had a great couple of weeks there. Took some time off through sickness and in health. Sometimes you have to do this, folks. Oh, man, I think I had COVID or something. Man, I'm still not all the way 100, folks. Still feeling a bit shitty. Man. This new little, I don't know what this is, man, but it's a motherfucker. Had me last year, too. Last year, had me praying for death, folks, but I got over it, and you know, it's really the headache that gets you down. That thing will have you in bed. Oh man, and I don't have any Xanax or anything like that. That would be good. If you don't like to go to the doctor, but you still have hookups in the pill world. Now, I don't advocate doing drugs, but on things like this, man, I just love to take a whole bar and just sleep through maybe 10, 20 hours, if so. That's really what you need, folks. I don't know about all this ivermectin and fenbendazole. Now, could it work? Maybe. Do I have some? Maybe. Am I too scared to try it? Maybe. I digress, folks.
Hey, Wiggy, take out the trash!
What it do, Grant Mills? Grant Mills, it's great to hear your voice. I'm happy to hear you have recovered. I've been okay, a little under the weather, but I actually took my oldest to the doctor today. She's feeling similar to probably how you felt. And guess what? Everything was negative. No flu, no COVID, no strep throat.
Oh,
Doctors, yeah, weird. Doctors said there's some cold variants going around, and she's obviously around a lot of kids because school has started back. So maybe she got a weird variant. She's fine. I mean, take some over the counter stuff is what they recommended. But yeah, man, it's been a rough couple of weeks here, there, everywhere. Holidays are always busy. Lots of people. We've talked about this ad nauseum. It's fun, but man, it's a clusterfuck. I'm excited for 2025. If I haven't said it yet, because we've been kind of little hiatus here and there. Yeah, happy new year to everybody. 2025. 2024 was great. No complaints, but I'm even looking more forward to this year. Grant Mills, great to hear you again. I know we've took a little break. How are you? What's going on? How was the weekend? Catch me up to speed.
I've just been sick, man. I haven't been doing nothing, dude. Everything's pretty kicked my ass the last couple of weeks. What about you?
Man, it's just been busy. I mean, I feel like everything happens this time of year where you've got Christmas functions and New Year's functions. The kids have things that they want to do. I have both of my daughters have birthday parties. One in December, one is a January. So that's one is just past, one's coming up. Dad's birthday is also in January this week, actually. So everything seems to find an event, a get together, a gathering, something to do, somebody to pay. Money's funny this time of year with Thanksgiving. And then obviously we had our guys' Christmas dinner about a month ago now, man. Gosh, that feels almost like 2 weeks ago. Then we have college football playoffs. We got a lot to talk about to catch up on with that. NFL, it's on right now. Rams, Vikings. It's just a lot going on, man. It's too much almost. I think somebody, you need those mental breaks. I took next week off. I'm going to just enjoy it, take a week to breathe and kind of catch up and enjoy this new year. So I think that's a good step for me. So hopefully you'll get some.
We're supposed to get about 11 inches of snow.
Oh God. So they say. Obviously, we had some snow over the weekend, Friday. Man, what did you think about that? Did you go out and do anything or sit at home?
I was sick. I don't feel good, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking sick, dude. That shit's a bitch. I still don't feel right. My fucking nose and shit. And then I have that weird, feeling in your sinuses. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd describe it. It's not good.
It's not good, man. It's just a lot of weird stuff going on, man. I think I don't know. I felt okay. I seem like I haven't been bitten by too much of a sick bug. I feel like I've just stressed myself out, and not to the point. I think when you look on TV and you see sitcoms portray stress for dads or family people or whoever, man, really, they look at it as like, oh, I'm about to pull my hair out and things like that. Maybe that's some people. For me, I'm going nonstop. I have trouble sleeping. I'm not actively thinking that I'm stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm so busy that I start feeling it, and then I think that's what brings on. I wouldn't say sickness, but just feel like shit. Tired constantly. But I'm going all day. I'm not having fun. Not happy. It's not depression, but it's just you have to recognize that shit, man. You got to have some independent time for yourself too, right?
That's true, man. That's true.
Need to get some pizza with their homie Big Mustard.
Mustard! Man, Vikings 9, Rams, LA 27. Vikings getting a straight booty rooting tonight. And I figure they'll probably get eliminated. I mean, Sam Darnold. He sucks. Actually, he's been pretty good this year, but man, maybe he's found a home. The thing about quarterbacks is so weird. They have to have just the right kind of shit. Some of them, if you're not a dynamic quarterback, Man, I don't even know how to say this. And even then, it's just so hard to get that fit in, man. I mean, if you got a quarterback in the wrong offense, wrong playbook, it doesn't mean he's a bad quarterback. It just means you just ain't in the scheme of things, folks. I mean, it could be now there are bad quarterbacks, obviously. There are busts out there and everything like that. But, you know, not all the time. So, and we're looking at an example of that right now. Sam Darnold, he's had a good season. They're deep in the playoffs, even if which they probably will lose tonight. He still has life in the NFL. So there you go. I mean, that's a good thing because we thought he was a bust after the Jets. At least I did, and I don't think he's a bust.
No, I don't think he's a bust either. I think he's got some opportunity there. Yeah, you're right about getting in the right system, man. I hope Bryce Young's a good example. He's a great quarterback, and he's finally finding his feet towards the end of the season. But I think people paint that image as somebody, oh, they're a bust. A little early, especially with quarterbacks, man. It's hard to have that impact when you're learning so much. If people don't understand the dynamics of football, man, it's a really what's the word I'm looking for, man? I think it's I think it's a little deceiving if you watch it as an armchair quarterback, especially if you've never played or you really don't know the ins and outs. I took a college class coaching football, and I played, man, 3 or 4 years. Again, my last year I played, I think, was sophomore, something like that. So I'm not wasn't there a football star, didn't play college, but I knew how to read the plays that we had, knew the gaps, all that basic stuff that you think you need to know. But when you look at it at a high school varsity level, and then you go to college, and then you go to NFL, man, you really have to understand the game and timing. It's not like go out there, get wide open, I'm throwing you the ball. You need to know where your man's going to be before the play. You need to know how to decipher that play, call it out to your receivers, audibles, judge a blitz, man, judge if they're dropping back in the zone. Are they in man-to-man? Are they coming at you, man? You got your hot man. You got to toss it to. Dude, you got to do all that shit in like 3 seconds. It's not easy. I couldn't do it.
Yo.
Tough shit.
Man, Notre Dame and Ohio State. Going to be a lackluster championship, and now we're going to have to hear about the Big Ten talking all kinds of shit if Ohio State wins. And, I don't think Notre Dame would be even in there if Carson Beck hadn't got hurt, so they got lucky. I'm just hoping it's not indicative of what's to come. But, I mean, it's not like they're going to run shit. At the most, it's going to be a SEC, Big Ten. Those are the 2 best conferences anyway. And that's about it. But, it's we got no SEC representation here in the end.
Yeah, so
I'll probably watch it, maybe.
Let's go down to Velma's and watch it.
Whalmers.
Hey, I'm off next week. You know what? Let's do it.
We should do it, man. I'd be down.
Do a live show down there.
What are y'all doing sending all your shit here? Y'all don't have permission.
Could y'all shut the fuck up? We got karaoke on deck after this ball game.
Get the fuck out of here, you losers.
They've been popping lately, man. I drive by a lot. I've honestly been trying to stay away from drinking that much. I talked about that towards the latter part of last year. I want to clarify. I enjoy it. I enjoy when we go out having drinks, man. I really do. But just the sitting at home by myself drinking, I don't like that.
I haven't drank either, really. I haven't had a taste for it. I just don't care. Man, Joe Rogan. Do you listen to any of that lately?
I've seen the clips, man. I have not had a chance. I used to listen to the lengthy podcast religiously, but he's had some interesting guests lately, man. Zuckerberg, probably most notable. Which ones have you listened to? What do you think of it?
The Mel Gibson one's really good.
I heard that one was good. Really good.
I didn't listen to Zuckerberg. Nope. didn't listen to Zuckerberg's. And I can't remember who else. Yeah, somebody else. I don't know. I'll look at the page later on, maybe. Later on, maybe. We got a new Dark Side of the Cage. Well, it's just starting out, but they had one on Kimbo Slice the other night.
Kimbo.
You can watch that free on YouTube, by the way. It wasn't too bad. Kind of nothing new here with Kimbo, man. You know, he was pretty good. He did very fucking good for a Street Fighter, and then, you know, he died of a fucking what was it? He had a heart issue the whole time, I think. And man, kind of a sad story. He was only like 40 something, I think.
Yeah, he was
Pretty
early
young.
40s, if I remember correctly. Man, he was a obviously natural badass, built like a brick shithouse. I mean, for a guy that didn't grow up actually doing MMA, I've been around a couple of guys that have, made it that far, honestly. And I mean, they are freak athletes, but and he was too, no exception. But they are training a lot differently than he was, man. I wish he would have lived long enough, and especially wish he would have started a little earlier with the right training, man. He would have been. He was dangerous how he was, man, but he would have been a absolute monster. Yeah, I need to get on that, man. That seems really cool. I liked old Kimbo.
Kimbo!
I might in my day, I'd fuck him up.
I'd like to see that fight.
I know y'all don't know about my fucking strict regimen of training, yeah.
What up, Wes? What kind of shit are you talking about? How was your holidays?
I'm doing pretty good. I got sick with that shit too, y'all, but I took ivermectin and some bendenazole. I felt good in one day, y'all.
Oh, excellent. Maybe I should take that. I had some because I thought I might have a parasite. Well, not thought might have a parasite, but I thought, man, you know, I've never done any kind of parasite cleanse, and maybe I should. I have this bottle, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared to take it. Grandstand.
Oh God, he took horse dewormer.
Oh man. So I don't know.
I don't be a pussy. I feel great, y'all.
Okay. Well,
Good advice. Don't be a pussy. Take something that you're.
oh. Man.
Good stuff.
Even though I was sick, I did have sex with a girl this past
Oh,
couple of weeks.
I tip my hat to you. How'd that go?
Oh man, her profile said she was pretty and young, but she's actually old as dirt and had hair on her tongue.
Oh,
Tickled
man.
a little bit.
Oh.
Oh,
Give her some ivermectin.
she might need some. Them
Hmm.
parasites out ya. Them parasites out of your ass.
Ugh.
Well, it looks like the LA Rams won. What was the score here? 30 to 27 to 3. No, wait a minute. They're not done yet. We still got a fucking. Okay, I don't know what the hell's happening. Sorry, y'all. We're not done. I was looking at something else. It's 27 to 9 in the fourth quarter. We got about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I thought I was behind. I was actually about a minute behind. I fast forwarded because I forgot I had paused right before, but I was like, damn, am I 9 minutes behind? Okay, yeah, 10 minutes or so.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm seeing shit. I'm hallucinating. 27 to 9. Okay, yeah. Still going on, folks. So,
That kind of sucks. I like the
Yeehy.
Vikings this year. They've been a fun team to watch.
yeah, they've, I don't know. Have they? I
Yeah,
don't think
they've
I've
been
seen
all
the Vikings game. I don't know.
I've watched it here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, do y'all do cold plunges and shit?
I've never done a cold plunge in my life. What about you?
I've done one before. No, you know what I actually got for Christmas? I got a little one of the portable or pop-up saunas. I have not used it yet, like the little portable steam rooms. I want to try that out, but I
You're going to do that in the house?
probably in the garage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably pop
cool.
it up. It's got a little steam that you sit in there and makes it hot and steamy. So I got to clean the garage out, man. I've got to go to the flea market soon and sell a bunch of shit to those yokels at the flea market. So you ought to come with me for that. Get some material.
They still have that one up in Aniana?
Man, the one we went to, I think they have one in Aniana. The one I used to go to all the time with Granddad was the one up in Mountaintop, up in Etowah County.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. You got anything to sell?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Man, I saw somebody one time. They rented a spot. They were sitting on the trunk of their car and they were doing caricatures of people.
Oh man, them fools had no money.
Shit.
Making no money, dude.
I saw somebody one time up there selling old McDonald's toys, and I was kind of like, "Oh man, that sucks." But now, man, shit, they might have sold off a bunch of shit that's worth something now.
Dun, 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 dun. Maybe made some money. I did download a cool game this weekend on the Nintendo Switch.
Tell us about it.
For all you RPG players out there, it's the Dragon Quest. They remade it, and it's fucking cool, man. I'm playing it. I'll probably play it tonight later on. And remind me of the old Dragon War for the NES with like update. It looks cool. I like how they did it. You can tell it's a Square Enix game. Kind of has elements of Final Fantasy in it. Instead of the old overhead look, it's kind of like a diagonal overhead viewpoint. I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool. It kind of has a throwback look to it, and I'll be playing that and give you a detailed review later on. Tonight we have a different vintage review gonna happen later on, of course. And yeah, there that is. There that be. So you been gaming any?
Not too much, man. I really haven't. Gosh, I haven't thought about it too much, man. I went through some games. When was it? Yesterday? This weekend? Sorry, who is messaging me on Facebook? Get out of here. Who is it? Who hit me up? I went through my games, man. There's some that I need to get out and play. There's some I need to get rid of. Maybe I'll take those to the flea market too. I saw Skyrim in there. I need to get some other ones, man. I downloaded that WWF game a couple of weeks ago. I spent some money on that. That thing was a piece of shit. Wasn't a big fan.
Was that WWE 2K or something?
It was one of the 2Ks, man. It was on sale right after Christmas for like 66% off. I think it was last year. It was like 24. And so I didn't realize now, like I remember back in the day when you played the 2K or the WWE games, you were controlling them. It was like a fight. Now you got to time the button to do reversals. It's hard as fuck, man, even on easy mode. And like, I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, probably bitching about the same game. Sometimes, man, it's like football. Sometimes I want to tune it down to where it's so easy. I can just beat the shit out of somebody and advance the storyline and have fun. If I want to play football and beat Auburn 103-0, man, give me that option just to simmer it the fuck down. I don't have time to commit to timing buttons and reversals and shit. I just want to play and relax. But beyond that, no. But you brought up a good point. Dragon's Quest. Was that the one that has like the animated screens and you chose like your path? Kind of like a video game version of the Choose Your Own Adventure books? I'm not thinking of something different.
It was Dragon Warrior on the NES.
Maybe I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of
you
one.
might be right. I can't remember exactly how that game played out though, but it's that's one of the games. That's like the Nintendo game version that I remember. Dragon Warrior. I think. Let me motherfucking make sure. I think that's the name of it. Dragon Warrior. But the Dragon Quest remake on a Switch is what I got. That thing is pretty cool.
Sweet, man. Any other games you've downloaded? I'm kind of curious into getting into some or playing something else.
Need for Speed 7 Hot Pursuit. It really sucks. Don't download that. I thought it was going to be like more like you run from the cops, but you got to do these racing things. I don't
Challenges and shit.
Yeah. I thought it was just like you run from the cops, but I guess not. Whatever, dude. Pretty stupid. So.
Oh yeah, man. I haven't had a chance to sit down. I know Fortnite's been. I haven't really even played Fortnite too much lately. I played one game earlier. I didn't do too much today, man. For work, I was working and I took the kid to the doctor and had picked the other one up from daycare. So,
you got both of them?
I do not have both of them tonight, but I helped out and took her to the doctor and then had to take her back home. So, yeah, man, just a long day and not getting any work done. trying to do a lot of work this week to be ready for next week's off time so I can relax, man. I thought about taking a day, man, and just driving down to see Jarvis just to get some lunch or something.
Jarvis, baby, what?
Call in, homie. What do y'all look
Shit, hopefully we won't be in a fucking blizzard next week, man. I'm tired of this shit.
Dude, snow's nasty. I know we've gone all over the place with everything. We're catching up, everybody. Take it easy. I hate snow, man. I don't like that shit. What do you think?
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's like too damn cold, man. We got more than we thought we would, and but I'm glad it's just not ice though. Snow's better than ice.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. But you know, I hope we don't have another fucking thing come through. I don't want to deal with that shit, man.
I don't like being stuck in the house and shit, man.
Yeah, it's kind of sucky.
Yeah. And then, dude, all that snow just melts, turns to water, and you hear dripping for days. The outside is just a fucking mess. What I didn't get, man, people were like, hey, it's going to be snowing. It's going to have black ice on the streets. It's going to be nasty. Stay the fuck off the streets. And everybody still fucking drives and shit. Dude, in a place where we never get snow, why do people do that shit? I'm not saying if you got to get out and shit, man, get out. But why the fuck do people that have no business? And then they panic shop too, man. The eggs, the ground beef was gone. Oh, I was pissed.
Where do y'all shop at? Publix?
I go to Publix or Winn-Dixie, man. Winn-Dixie,
okay.
you can Winn-Dixie's hit or miss, man. Sometimes they have bullshit. Publix is always good, but it's always expensive. Winn-Dixie's hit or miss. If you go down there, sometimes you find some really good deals on their meat, and sometimes it's pretty lackluster. They always have a lot of pork products. Don't tell Big Mustard, but I don't even get down on pork too much anyways either. So, yeah.
I try to stay away from pork. I do like bacon, but
they had some good fresh cut butcher's bacon a couple weeks back. I guess they cut it there. Man, that shit was good. I actually bought a pack. And yeah, I get down on bacon a lot, man. I'm ready to get out, man. I wouldn't mind hang out soon or something like that. I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel like this past couple of weeks have just been a mess of bullshit, doing stuff for other people, and that's fine, man. That's what men do. You take care of your fam, you take care of your people and stuff like that. But dude, sometimes you just need a mental break. You know what I'm saying?
I ran out on my wife.
There you go.
Hey, fuck it, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Oh man, God, I thought I was better, and then and the worst thing is this fucking headache shit. I hope we don't get this. I don't know, man. That fucking sucked. And then coughing about this green shit. I'm done with that, but I still got the cough. And it's not out the he's. Yeah.
Man, I hope you get some better. You been drinking some OJ or any
OJ? Man, no. That shit's acidic as fuck.
It is a little acidic, man. That's
shit my pants. I don't like OJ really. I need to drink more water, man. Just shotgun waters, but it's just kind of hard. I don't feel like doing shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I get those cans. Just fucking poke a hole in them motherfuckers and drink them like a beer.
Drink a bunch of Happy Dads.
Ew. Oh, I feel worse.
Yeah, you will, man. Yeah, man, bunch of water. I always have to keep myself in check on that. I did get a nice cup for Christmas. I never actually thought a water cup. What the heck? I'm drinking out of it right now. An Owala. Have you seen those? My wife got it. Has a built-in straw, or you can just pour it.
What is it?
It's an Owala cup, like for water, an insulated cup. Not as people have those Stanleys and shit, but it's not like that. It's one that you can actually carry with you. It's got the flip top lid. Pretty cool, man. Built-in straw. I like it.
Can you put your gin and juice up in there?
I need to. Gin and juice, man. I have not had that in a while. It's good.
Gin and juice.
What to do?
Been a while since we've talked here, so let's go ahead and get into some current events of the week. I don't know what's going on with this thing they've got. This fucking thing low enough, man. So like, I feel like motherfuckers can't hear me when I do this. So
I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, but playback's fucked up. So that's what fucking pisses me off. I don't know.
Oh.
They made some changes on here or something. Something's off. But anyway, what is going on out there on the land of the lost? Man, I know we were talking about the Switch earlier. It looks like Nintendo is reportedly just days away from announcing the Switch 2, man. I'm curious about what this thing's going to look like. I haven't seen really any pictures or anything about it. Looks like this one's by Ethan Gack. Insiders claim mid-January hardware will be followed by a games showcase at a later date. It looks like the Switch 2 is about just a few days away. At least that's what some insiders are now claiming. It's about time. Podcaster Nate the Hate, who has a long track record of sharing credible industry leaks, said the long-awaited announcement of Nintendo's successor to the Switch will happen January the 16th. Quote, I can share with you right now that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be revealed in the coming week. End quote, he said on the latest episode of his show, quote, I have been told the Switch 2 will be revealed Thursday, January 16th, end quote. Nate the Hate said he's heard the reveal will almost focus exclusively on the console itself with no real focus on what software will run on the Switch 2. So rather than get a look at the Switch 2 and say a new 3D Mario game, Nintendo is planning to only share information about the hardware itself, according to the Insider. VGC reports that this two-part reveal aligns with its heard. Shit, I can't fucking read, man. I'm a retard. VGC reports this two-part reveal aligns with its heard, and the Verge's Tom Warren also says he heard the reveal would be this week. All right. So, and it's not showing me any pictures or anything like that. We'll see come the 16th, I guess. I'll be on the lookout. I don't know. This is kind of like something that I don't know if I'll buy it or not. What the hell is going to be on it? I already got fucking 3 systems sitting here. Goddamn Dreamcast, fucking Xbox, and a Switch. So,
You built
and I got this Samtronic fucking coming at some point. I want to check that out. So, with the it's got the joystick with the 5,000 games on it.
God damn, I want that, man. Damn, you gotta let me know. I need to come over and play that motherfucker.
Hell yeah, man. I was gonna get the dual joystick, but I was like, man, I don't really hang out. Like nobody like I don't play that like that. Like I don't have someone always coming over playing like that. So I got the one, and then like I got a controller that like you can hook up if you want to do 2-player. So at least you got that option. But the 2 sticks would be kind of cool. I feel like you're playing a lot or something. But
yeah,
that ain't the case. And I'll do a review on that too once I get that at some point. So, we're talking about the Switch 2. All right, let's be on the lookout for that, folks. If you nerds out there, check it out. Deal. Yeah, man. Have you been to any museums lately?
You know what? I'm actually planning on going to one next week, but I have not been to one lately. No.
What is that, the Museum of Homosexuals?
Is there a museum of homosexuals?
Man. Got busted.
Oh. Well, a Florida museum gathers 468 people in dinosaur costumes. This is by our friend Ben Hooper. And there's video of this on YouTube, of course. Dinosaur costume world record. West Palm Beach. A Florida museum gathered 468 people in dinosaur costumes to break a Guinness World Record, folks. The Cox Science Center and Aquarium teamed up with the city of West Palm Beach to take on a Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people dressed as dinosaurs at West Palm Beach's Screen on the Green. A record to beat stood at 252 people and was set in Los Angeles in 2019. Guinness World Records adjudicator confirmed the Florida attempt took the title with 468 participants. Quote, "We did it," the museum said on social media. Thank you so much to everyone who made this possible, especially the city of West Palm Beach, and each of you came out to make history with us. We couldn't have done it without you all. It looks kind of cool, kind of fun. I'll probably go watch these dumbasses do that shit with a drink in hand. But other than that, man, yeah, spectacle.
Yeah. Speaking of museums, did you see in the group chat the whalebone that I bought from the auction?
Oh yeah, you said it was worth a few hundred.
Yeah, paid $20 for it. So I've seen different scales. Mine's on the larger end, so I've seen them go as low as like $80, and I've seen a couple go for like 300. So nothing. I mean, if you're reselling it, man, it's a cool little quick flip. But dude, I emailed a couple of paleontologists, and they sent me some cool information back. Everybody confirmed it was indeed a whalebone. They were kind of on the scale of how old it was, but it's at least 1,000,000 years old, and possibly up to 30 to 50 million years old. It's crazy.
Man, what's that stuff that's like really expensive that they eat? It's fucking like whale vomit.
Ambergris.
Ambergris. Ugh.
Yeah,
What
and if
the
you find
fuck?
it, man, it's like better than finding gold or some
Yeah.
shit, right?
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because it's so expensive and it's rare as hell. But yeah, man, there's crazy things out there. My favorite part about it, just for a little backstory for you people who listen to the podcast, occasionally I'll go to some of these auctions. Most of these are rural Alabama. And I could tell it was a bone. This was an online auction. You can go pre-inspect, but it was way rural. So it was labeled prehistoric thingy. That's all they wrote on there. I could tell it was a vertebrae. I thought I was right, but it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. But I couldn't see how big it was. And like I said, the live auction came up. I bet 20 won it. Nobody else really seemed to be interested. So yeah, took some pictures, emailed a couple of paleontologists from different universities, and several of them were really kind enough to write back, give me some information on it, and confirmed it was indeed a whale vertebra, likely from, I think, the Eocene epoch, which was 30 to 50 million years ago, some shit like that. So cool stuff, man. I like a good museum, and one of the paleontologists suggested that it would be a great thing to donate it to a museum, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, I paid 20, man. Do a quick flip for 100, 200. Shit.
Man, just keep it. Maybe like it'll be worth money down the line.
Yeah, I'll probably just keep it in the end. I mean, it's cool, man. I mean, how often do you see a fossilized whalebone that's a couple of million years old? So
yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
pretty neat, man. Pretty neat. I like a good museum, though. I'm just not giving them my shit, though.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Smithsonian?
I've never been to the Smithsonian, no. Have you?
Nope. I heard it's pretty big and you can't really get through it all. It'd take forever to like actually go through the whole thing and say. Like so that actually sounds like a cool outing to go do.
Yeah, I would go there, man. I've gone to the Museum of Natural History in New York and the Met. Actually, a couple of times. I think I've been to the Met once or twice. I've been to the Museum of Natural History, I think 3 times maybe. Both really cool, man. I love history, man. Love museums, and try to when I traveled more. I don't really anymore for work, but used to try to stop and visit them, especially if I was staying extended. Yeah, I could. I'm a little bit of a museum nerd with that kind of stuff. I bet Jarvis is too. I could see that.
Job it. Beavers. Job it, beavers.
But dude,
Man, what about the fucked up fires out there in California?
ooh, man.
Man, what a fucked up state that is. Stupid scumbag reptilian Gavin Newsom. Dumb bastard. How about all your water reserves, you stupid fuck?
He was warned.
Stupid ass. What a fucking idiot. Whatever, man. I pray for those people out there and hope everything is good, but it's not. It's just so stupid, just so unnecessary. And you want to fucking run for president one day? Yeah, right, bitch.
Yeah,
All right.
he's definitely tanked with this, and I mean, I'm with you, man. It's sad. I hope all the people out there, have a recovery. It's heartbreaking to watch, man. There's absolutely no doubt with that. That said, if I'm a voter and I've supported that, um, not even party, man. I mean, just the people that have been warned and they did not listen. Um, I saw them blaming, people. Well, insurance companies pulled out. Yeah, insurance companies do a risk analysis. The risk was extremely high. People said 5, 6 years ago, Trump, other personnel, it wasn't just Trump. He was obviously the most notable, but there was a lot of people in environmental sciences and other positions that warned them that they needed to do a lot of maintenance on their forests, cleaning the floors and what other preparations they do. They did not listen. Their fire department seemed like they were criminally under qualified to do this and prepared. When you don't have water, that also hurts too. When you don't take care of your forest, that hurts. You're
Yeah,
California, man. Wildfires happen.
yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, sad situation all around. I mean, and to be honest, people in the government need to be held to a higher standard. And if you allowed this to happen and overlooked it, man, I mean, to me, that and there's people dead. I mean, kind of should kind of have warranted a prison sentence.
Hell yeah, put their ass in prison.
Yeah.
Let them get butt fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the stupid lesbian fucking firefighters in there. Have you seen this show? The video clips of those stupid ass bitches talking dumb shit. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, what she said was extremely disrespectful about if you can't carry somebody or, well, they shouldn't have got themselves in that position, man. Listen, I'm always for whoever's qualified for the job, man. I don't care if you're a 8 foot tall, non-binary, whatever, Asian race, black, white, female. If you can do the job, I've actually gone through a firefighter training course before, and dummy drags of a certain 100 pounds, lifting, jumping. It's a tough course, man. It's not meant for everybody. If you are out of shape, you are not going to pass the course. So to see people who are clearly out of shape, uh, you know, supposed to be responding to emergencies in a city. Don't care what people say, man. Listen, I'm not going to bullshit you about the whole in shape, man. Not going to spare your feelings on that. It doesn't matter your race, your gender, whatever. If you can do the job, you can do the job. But if you can't, you have no business doing it. And you don't have any business trying to spread out who it is for hiring initiatives and all that bullshit, man. Just get people who can do the job. Hey, man, if there's 100 strong black females out there, I'm all for it. If they can do it and save my ass if I needed it, I don't care. But when you hire purposely and you overlook that and you cut it and you dilute the standards, man, this is what you get.
Yeah, well, that's the point. They can't do it as good as a man. So
Exactly.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Fucking, there are differences there, and it's just getting to be real
True.
stupid stuff. Stupid fucking retards. It is what it is, man.
Yeah. People are beginning to see that.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this stupid shit. So,
Hmm.
yeah, buddy, man, I've been watching the fucking Jersey Shore.
What the hell got you back into that? Is that a
Yeah,
new?
they got,
It's
yeah,
new,
they're
right?
like the family vacation now, and I was like fucking sick in the bed. I was like, it's fucking trying to find something to watch, man. I was like, let's see about this and these crazy fools. Okay, it's all right, man. It's kind of funny again. It kind of reminded me of that first go around back in when they start that first one. It was like 09 or something. I
God,
think.
it had to been, yeah.
Yeah, oh man, that was funny as fuck, dude. Paulie D, that fool was funny as hell.
He funny,
And
man.
in the situation, man, he was crazy. I don't know. It was a good. That was a good. They casted that right, man. It was basically just the real world, except in Jersey, and they kept the same cast for like fucking years. I mean, all these people are fucking like making pretty much made careers out of that shit. So good for them. You know, Paulie D out there doing his thing with the fucking DJ Paulie D.
DJ Paulie D.
And Vinny fucking doing shit, and all of them making motherfucking money. So why not?
They seem to me probably one of the first reality show crews that actually continued to have a consistent income and kind of replay value for their show and for their brand. They kind of built themselves a brand, man. They came in at such a good time too, man. Social media just took off around that time. I think it was Situation, they said, that was the one that renegotiated their contracts. He told them not to. They knew it was hot, and I think MTV tried to give him a bullshit figure. Is that right? And then
Yeah, they walked
he's
off.
he's like, no, and he got them all to stick together, and they came back. I think they were saying like 100K or something, and he came back with like $1 million or something like that. Man, I mean, good for them. If I, like I said, if I'm correct, I think they were one of the first groups to really be social, not social media, but reality show TV stars. I'm sure there's a couple others, but as a group, man, that's the fun thing about being sick, man. The sickness part sucks, but being able to justify laying in bed and just watching television, dude, that shit, I kind of like that part. Sometimes I'll milk it a little bit.
Hell yeah, why not, man?
Hell yeah.
I was gonna fix a big thing of chicken soup. I still want to, but man, all that fucking broth and shit with this high ass sodium content. I just got tired of looking at chicken broth. I was like, there ain't a fucking chicken broth on this shelf that's under 630 per serving. And then it's like, how many servings is in the fucking thing? Well, 5. How much are you pouring on? I'm doing all kind of math in my head and shit. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking do this shit anymore. God damn. Because I know it's, I'll probably do the lazy route, man. Just get a rotisserie chicken, bust it up. And that's already got salt in it. And then plus like the broth, celery, onions, carrots.
Oh,
What
damn.
else do you need? I mean, I don't think you need anything else. Maybe better than bouillon, but then there's a fucking content with that bouillon. So I don't know if I trust that. I'd have to go look at the label. And yeah, so that's another food quest. We got chicken soup, loco moco, chicken cutlet. Man, that's 3 on deck. I haven't even really scratched the surface, man.
Yeah, a lot
So
going on.
with the cooking, man, I need to kind of get on that. But I'm thinking about just going to the carnivore diet. But the thing about the carnivore diet is it's hard just to go straight carnivore diet, man. I like a little pasta in there, I like some burgers and stuff. You could do the lettuce wrap burgers. That's pretty good. But
Have you had those before? Do you like them?
yeah, I did. They're actually pretty good.
Okay.
They're just kind of awkward to eat. I guess you have to like kind of work with it, but they are good. They're damn good for sure. I like it. I like it a lot. Or another recipe I want to do is oh shit, I gotta look it up, man. I think it's Thai chicken. Oh man, chicken low. It's a weird name. Shit. It's like ground chicken with these spices in it, and you put it in a fucking like iceberg lettuce wedge. Oh man, chicken. Fuck. I don't know what the fuck. It's chicken sauce.
Oh,
It's
chicken
got
sound
chicken.
thanks. That'll fucking narrow it down to my.
It's a weird name, man. Chicken lober. I don't know.
I think I
man.
know what you're talking about, man. I need a.
Yeah, that shit's good, man.
I made some. We were kind of low on. We didn't get a chance because Friday, my wife was on call this weekend, so she was working. We didn't get a chance to get groceries, so I kind of made do with what I had. This morning, I got up and got the crock pot out before I started working, quote unquote working, and threw some chicken breast in there. I had some potatoes, man, so I chopped up. I still got a whole bag of potatoes. Chopped up those. Put some bone broth in there, man. I get the low sodium bone broth. Yeah, and I mix it with a little water too, man. I'm like you. I don't want straight broth. I'll do some water to kind of dilute it. We got a pretty good, spice rack. I know you were talking about that the other night, so throw some spice in that. It's good, man. It probably could benefit from some more things in there. I just used what I had on hand. It was simple, man. You got potatoes, you got chicken, you got bone broth. I've done mostly carnivore before, man. Right now I'm trying to gain a little weight, so I'll take all the carbs, but when I try to trim down, man, and honestly, carnivore feel really fucking good too, man. I'd encourage it. You don't have to do straight like you said, man. If you're gonna eat some a little rice or some potatoes or a bun, I mean, I think that is fine. If you're gonna eat mostly carnivore, especially getting that high protein in, I think if you're really getting the protein in, man, I think you're gonna feel really good, and probably red meat in 4 to 6 days a week.
Chicken larb.
Larb. The fuck is that?
Yeah. Chicken larb. So it's a meat salad. consisting of ground meat, chilies, fish sauce, lime juice, and toasted ground rice. And originated in Laos and also eaten in areas of Thailand. That's where I had it, that fucking fucking place down the street. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's pretty good. They put it in this lettuce, man. It's like yeah, that's what I need to do. Chicken larb. That's another one. Chicken larb. The lettuce. The lettuce with the iceberg lettuce wedge.
Get
Yeah.
down on it.
Man, that shit is fucking fire.
What to do, yeah.
Oh, baby. Man, we had people come in and out of here. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
there's been a lot of activity.
Sure, yeah, sure. Looks like Nintendo's releasing a Game Boy made of Legos. Can it play Tetris? Oh, Ethan Jack. Nintendo just announced a new console, and it's not the Switch 2 we were talking about earlier. It looks like it's teaming up with Lego to release a Game Boy made of plastic bricks. It follows after a previous collaboration in which two companies released a Lego NES together, complete with a retro TV that displayed the first level of the original Super Mario Brothers. Will the Lego Game Boy be an equally intricate homage to the 80s gaming? Probably, but it's hard to tell at the moment. All Nintendo released today, announcing the collaboration with a 15-second teaser and a release window of October 2025. Otherwise, no price, no description, not even a glimpse of the finished product outside of the single D-pad brick. So it looks like there is a video clip of this on X. Well, no, that's from what is this? That's got to be from something different. Anyway, there's a video clip of some kind of Lego shit. Oh yeah, it is. It does say Lego Game Boy, so but not very. It doesn't show anything except like I said, the D-pad and
D-pad.
the D-pad, man. So be on the lookout for that. That Lego system, which I didn't even know was released in 2020 with the NES, and it was $200. Consisted of 2,646 bricks, and I didn't even know that came out. To be honest with you,
No? Sounds cool though.
Sounds cool for all you Lego folks out there like Legos. Ugh. Legos, man. Do your kids play with Legos?
They did. Well, my youngest, she hasn't gotten into them yet. She has some. She'll kind of tinker around with them. My oldest, she did for a long time, and then I think she's migrated away from them. Man, I loved them as a kid. I absolutely love those. My grandparents bought us a ton of sets. We had a whole setup down there. So when we went to stay with my grandparents in the summer, my brother and I would get up early, start busting out the Legos, man, build a bunch of cool shit. And dude, that's back when you had the imagination.
Just back in the days.
I know it, man. We need to have a throwback week or something. We just live like the 80s and 90s one week. What the hell's wrong with you fucking idiots?
God, I wish, man. Now, these times suck. The 80s and 90s are awesome, dude. Even the early 2000s were cool. And after about 2008, man, not so cool anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit started going to hell.
Yeah, early 2000s were cool, man. I would even say up to 2010 was pretty cool, man. Now, after 2010, everything has revolved around the phone or social media. And
yeah,
people don't just get out as much anymore. And I want to change it, man. I felt like last year, you and I, we spent a pretty good amount of time together with our friends, band, especially during football season. But even beyond that, we had a vacation. We got out a little bit, drive around, do some shit. I want to do more of that this year. Get back to the old ways, man. Kicking it in person, just driving, shooting the shit. That whole. So, I mean, dude, I love technology like anybody. It's cool. It has its place, but dude, most of the time, I'm done with that bullshit.
I think it's just, the best balance of it, I think, was like around the early 2000s, like 05. You had phones, but they weren't smartphones. You know, you could still put that shit down and like go do something. Instead, now everybody's tied to their phone and shit. Got cameras on them now. You record fuckers doing dumb shit all the time, and it's just fucked up everything.
Man,
So
did you ever have the Nextel chirp?
I never had a Nextel.
Oh, man.
I had some friends that did though. I wanted to get one, and then I was like, I don't know. They were cool. I don't even think they fucking exist anymore. Nextel.
No, man. I went to go get one, and I think my credit was probably pretty bad at the time. I was like 21. I think I had one credit card that I think I got was 18, and I didn't realize you had to actually pay it. But yeah, I think they wanted like a $500 security deposit or some shit. And I was like, oh man, fuck that. But yeah, Duck had one, our buddy Duck. And dude, I always thought it was so cool. He hit the chirp, and shit was pretty tight, man. People don't realize, again, man, this is just getting old, but how cool that was back in the day, hitting somebody up on the chirp and shit.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, shit was tight, man. Oh, the good old days. And I think one of my first cell phone contracts, I think I had 100 text messages a month, and then it was 10 cents a text after that.
Yeah, people never really texted back then.
No, it was, yeah, you just actually picked up the fucking phone and called somebody. It was like, yeah, unlimited calling and then 100 texts a month. But you also didn't have the screen that you have now, predictive text, a full keyboard. You had the numbers you had to type out and shit. So yeah, you just message somebody, hey, gonna be on AOL later. Yep.
Yeah, man. And then also back then, man, if you ever met any girls off the internet, it was embarrassing.
Oh,
Like now, man, it's like what you do, man. But back in the day, it was like you'd be embarrassed and shit.
people would clown on that. I remember several times, man. Me and my brother would do it, or we'd bring them somewhere. I remember Jarvis clowning. I'm like, I'm on the internet. So weird.
Oh man.
Yeah, getting hated on for that stuff. But now that's, I mean, most of the people go that route. So yeah, dude, how time has changed and how quickly it has changed.
My, how time flies.
Flies fast, my friend.
Man. You know what? It's about the top of that. No, it's not the top of the hour, but it has been about an hour here at the show. And around this time, oh, by the way, LA Rams 27, Vikings 9. Looks like the Vikings have been eliminated. Gonna go ahead and do a break right now, so if you wanna go get some food, like some turkey with all the fixings, get some of that, or maybe a drink. Alcoholic? Maybe not. I might get a water and or something else. So I definitely have to pee. All of you should too. We'll be back with a vintage game review. Some national championship pick and maybe some NFL playoff picks. And we'll see you back here in just a bit. Welcome back in, folks. Hope you had having a good night tonight. Hope you're snuggled up with a fine beer and maybe drinking some beer
Yep.
and yeah, maybe some beer.
Well,
Maybe eating some popcorn. I don't know. What's for dinner tonight there, Wiggy?
I had that little stew that I made. It was, like I said, just chicken, potatoes, some bone broth, and
Oh, okay.
some spices. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And I had a protein shake afterwards. So I don't know, man. I think I may try to push to 235. See if we can get up to that. Pretty heavy for me. We'll see.
Fat bastard.
Let's get Jarvis up to 235.
Oh, Jarvis. Jarvis.
What is it?
Jarvis! What are you doing?
Jarvis.
Who is Jarvis shit?
We got random trivia coming up.
Oh, I love it.
I need a sound clip for random trivia.
I don't know why. Hey, give me a chuckle.
All right. So, first question on random trivia tonight is 6 questions. 3 seconds to answer. No googly. What was the name of Tom Sawyer's aunt with whom he lived?
Man, it's ages since I read that. Agnes.
Polly.
Seems like I should have known that.
All right. During the mid 1800s, what was the principal cargo aboard Mississippi River steamboats? Oh, you could probably guess this one if you just think a little bit.
Probably cotton.
Oh, yeah! All right. You got one now.
Oh, fair enough.
Dun, 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 dun. What metal is also known as quicksilver?
What metal is also known as quicksilver? Oh, man. I want to say... shit, I don't know.
Mercury.
God bless. I was going to say it and I didn't say it. Shit.
Should have said it, buddy.
I knew it. Damn it.
All right.
Not good.
What Cajun dish is a mixture of rice, sausage, chicken, shrimp, oysters, spices, and more?
Say the recipe one more time because I got 2 in my head. What is it? It's
rice, sausage, chicken, shrimp, oysters, spices, and more.
Oh, man, that sounds like it could be either gumbo or also boudin. One of them.
Nope.
Neither.
That would be jambalaya.
Oh man, that's any
Jambalaya.
damn Cajun dish is gonna have all that shit in there.
All right.
Damn, I'm awful.
You got 1 out of 4 so far.
Ooh, I'm a retard. Or wait, you can't say that anymore.
Retarded. You're a retard.
Ah, he said it.
Oh. What is the name of Hopalong Cassidy's horse?
Hopalong Cassidy's horse. That I do not know.
Oh.
Mercury?
That would be Topper. All right, folks, you got one last one here. What is the name of the lowest freshwater lake by altitude in the world?
Lowest freshwater lake by altitude in the world. I'd say Lake Michigan. The Great Salt
That
Lake.
would be Lake Tiberius.
Oh,
Lake
man.
Tiberius.
I knew that.
Oh, 1 out of 6 tonight there, Wiggy.
Terrible.
Oh, not so
Those are
good,
some
but
challenging questions. No, that's awful.
get it
But
in, get it in.
I'm learning.
There you go. There you go. Another random trivia night in the books, folks. You know what we do here at the show, man. What else we got going on tonight? Well, we got another video gaming review here, and this is actually a vintage game from back in the day. We can go ahead and just go ahead and get it on, get it on, get it on, get it in. All right, folks. This is called Splatterhouse. Looks like it was an arcade game, but they done ports on it to Sega Genesis, Turbo Graphics. Well, I don't know if the first one was on Sega Genesis. It doesn't look like it was, but Splatterhouse is a beat 'em up arcade game developed and published by Namco in 1988. It was the first of a series of games released in the home console and personal computer formats. It would later spawn a parody Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti, plus Splatterhouse 2, Splatterhouse 3, and the remake in 2010, Splatterhouse, with the classic games being added to Namco Museum since 2017. Marketing for the game heavily emphasized its violent nature. For example, the TurboGrafx 16 port of Splatterhouse had a faux parental advisory warning printed on the front of the box that read, "This horrifying theme of this game may be inappropriate for young children and cowards." Splatterhouse is an arcade side-scroller beat 'em up with platform events in which the player controls Rick, a parapsychology major who is trapped inside a West Mansion. After his resurrection by the Terror Mask, Rick makes his way through the mansion, fighting off hordes of creatures in a vain attempt to save his girlfriend Jennifer from a grisly fate. The game is influenced by Western horror films such as Friday the 13th, Evil Dead 2, Poltergeist, Rejuvenatrix, and Parasite, as well as imagery inspired by the horror writer H.P. Lovecraft, such as Herbert West's Reanimator. Similar to many side-scrolling beat-em-up games, Rick can only move in a two-dimensional environment. He has the ability to jump and can punch and kill. Rick also has a special attack where he will perform a drop kick that sends him skidding along the ground, damaging any enemies he hits. Rick can also perform a low kick, low punch, and jumping attacks, as well as pick up and use various weapons placed in the levels. All the levels consist of walking left to right with an occasional auto-scrolling segments. However, alternative pathways through sections of the house are possible by falling down through holes or jumping onto ladders. And this way, branching gameplay is possible, if only prevalent in the middle levels. Levels culminate in boss fights that take place in a single room. Unlike traditional side-scrolling fighters, boss fights have varying objectives and styles. Unlike most arcade games in the genre, Splatterhouse sends players back to checkpoints after losing lives or receiving a game over, discouraging credit feeling as a method of overcoming the various challenges. Yeah. So basically, the plot of this game is two students from the local university, Rick Taylor and Jennifer Willis, take a refuge from a storm in West Mansion, a local landmark known as Splatterhouse, where the rumors of hideous experiments purportedly conducted there by Dr. West, a renowned and missing parapsychologist. As they enter the mansion, the door shuts behind them. Jennifer screams. Rick awakens in a dungeon under the mansion, having been resurrected thanks to the influence of the Hell Mask, a Mayan sacrificial artifact from West's house, which is capable of sentient thought. The mask attaches itself to Rick, fusing with the body and transforming him into a monster with superhuman strength. At the mask's encouragement, Rick goes on a rampage through the dungeon and the mansion grounds, killing hordes of monsters. Inside the mansion, Rick finds Jennifer prone on a couch and surrounded by a throng of creatures. They retreat upon his arrival. After their departure, Jennifer transforms into a slightly taller fanged monster that attempts to kill Rick while begging him for help. Rick is forced to kill Jennifer, who transforms back to normal and thanks him before she dies. Infuriated, Rick tracks the remaining monsters to a giant bloody hole in the mansion's floor. Upon entering it, he discovers that the mansion itself is alive and follows a bloody hallway to the house's womb, which
Ugh.
produces fetus like monsters that attack him.
Oh.
Rick destroys the womb and eats the placenta. I'm just playing. He didn't say that.
I knew you were fucking around.
Which causes the house to burst into flames as it dies. Escaping the burning mansion, Rick comes across a grave marker. The terror mass releases energy into the grave, reviving a giant monster named Hell Chaos that claws its way up from Earth and attempts to kill Rick. Rick destroys the creature, which unleashes a tormented ghost that dissipates into a series of bright lights. As the lights vanish, the mask shatters, turning Rick back into normal, and he flees the house as the house burns to the ground and the credits roll. However, after he leaves, the credits end, the terror mask reassembles itself and laughs evilly for several seconds as the word "end" appears in the bottom right-hand corner on the screen. I remember this game from the arcade and actually Sega Genesis. I think they did 2 and 3.
I think
I
so.
don't.
I
Yeah.
remember the game. I don't remember playing it, but I remember the name of it. So a little bit. I was looking at screen caps as you were going on about it, and going on about it. That sounded like it was a mean way to say that. My apologies, Grant Mills. No, as you were doing your dissecting the game, pun intended. But yeah, man. I mean, it looks cool. It looks like it's a cool game. Like I said, I remember seeing it, and I almost want to say I remember a magazine review of it because I had a ton of video game magazines. But dude, really cool looking game, kind of ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's not bad. Nothing special here. We're pretty much run of the mill side scroller, if you will. I'll give her 2.5. Not too bad. Nothing new here. But if you want mindless horror from back in the day, why not give it a shout? Well, a shout. It doesn't make any sense. Why not check it out? I'm giving it a shout. And why not look at it? It's not bad. Not a bad game. There's worse games. I'll put it like that. Nothing special, but you probably be more of a probably played it in a arcade game and want to go back and relive some of the childhood video games that you loved so much. Yo, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern?
What a mean man. He died.
Yeah, he did, man. He was a smoker. He smoked a lot.
Yeah, he had that voice. He sounded like a smoker, but yeah, he still seemed like a cool dude. Jim Varney.
Smoker.
Smoker.
Man, we don't have a lot of picks this fucking week. It's the national championship and divisional playoffs as far as
I owe us some picks. I thought I had done them already before, and I have not. So I will get to. I think the last picks we were on was I see Texas, Arizona State, Oregon, and Ohio State. So yeah, I got some updating to do. I'll get those in for next week's podcast because we got the national championship next Monday night. Man, we should go down to Velma's and sit there having a watch party.
Belmers. How was your meeting with the BJJ crew?
It was good, man. We went down to was it Cahaba? Not Cahaba. Which? Yeah, it was Cahaba, right? Yeah, we went down there, had some beers, hung out for a little bit. Man, I didn't stay out too late. Like I said, I've been trying to cut myself off once I have 2 or 3 drinks. Good to catch up, man. Our buddy, the one that moved to DC, he was in town for a week or 2 for New Year's, so got to catch up with him. Good to see you, man.
What's he doing out there?
His girlfriend moved to DC for a job. He went with her. His job's virtual, and he can do it anywhere, which is pretty cool.
Isn't he in accounting or something?
He's in. He does like customer service, but it's a little more thorough than just customer service job. But it's for a company that manufactures dog kennels. So
okay.
It's not a huge. It's a big company, but it's not a huge staff, I should say. So he's got a pretty good gig with them. And
Is that the same girl he's been seeing?
Yeah, same girl he's been seeing. She has a contract. She does social work and she was wanted to travel, make a little more money, and had a couple of options on places. And DC was what she was offered, and she took it. Which, hey man, making that money, they have no kids, so enjoy, do your thing, make as much as you can.
Who you think, chicken wing? Well,
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Bada bing, bing.
I wonder what baby's doing here.
Shut up. What? We need to go ahead and do a pick for the national championship. Who are you picking?
God, I hate both teams, man. I really do. I cannot stand either team. If I have to pick as a football fan, it's gonna be Ohio State.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Ohio State University.
Oh God.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. They've looked good, man. I mean, they've got a great team, so there's not much to say. Notre Dame's looked good, man. I will say I do like the Riley Leonard, quarterback for Notre Dame, Bama guy. I think he's from down in Fairhope. So I like him. I've never liked Notre Dame as a program. Cannot stand Ohio State. I was pulling for Texas, man, but I don't know. Weird year, man. Really weird season.
Holy season. Yeah, I mean, could have been a more interesting playoff or championship matchup, but sometimes that's how these things come out. You think it's going to be a blowout, or you think they're going to keep it close?
I think it's going to be pretty. Oh God, Notre Dame and Penn State were really limited. It seems like it was such weird matchups because I feel like if you would have had Ohio State versus Notre Dame or Penn State, and then Texas versus them, we'd see Ohio State Texas national championship, which I think would have been a better product. But again, it's how the playoff pans out. They're limited on receivers, man. Ohio State's defense is really fast. I don't know about a blowout, but I think it'll be decisive. What do you think?
I think I don't know, man. I think it could be a blowout.
Definitely think it has the possibility to be a blowout. I mean, it's definitely possible for sure.
That'll probably be the best team they played all year.
Yeah, gotta be.
So,
yeah, like I said, I usually really enjoy watching the national championship, man. But between these two teams, man, like I said, I don't particularly love either of them. So, I don't know. Not a fan. What do you think about the playoff? The first season, how has it worked out?
I'd rather go back to the BCS.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I don't think it's any better.
Well, it's funny because people will criticize the BCS and then they criticize the playoffs and they love the BCS and they love the. I mean, you're no matter what formula that you use, there's not going to be a one way. You're not going to get a universal national championship every year. It's just not going to happen. If the BCS format was fine then for declaring a national championship, the 14 playoff was fine then, and the 12-team playoff is fine now. But if you play an expanded playoff, you're playing more games. You're going to have, like Georgia, for instance. You mentioned this earlier, dude. I have no doubt Georgia would have won had they had Carson back in. That's going to happen in an expanded model. You can't help that. Only thing I would change, man. One, I think 12 was too many. I think 18 was the perfect format. If you're going to do 12 teams, man, the title games, the championship conference games need to end. There's just name it after the season. Whichever team does the best, man, give them a belated title because really it doesn't benefit anybody. You're not seeding with it. You're just playing an extra game to determine a conference title. But if you're already at that point, nobody really cares. Everybody's looking for the playoff anyways.
Well said.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what they do. It'll be interesting to see if they make any changes to NIL. They have to close the transfer portal. That's got to stay. That needs to be all off season. Coach contracts need to happen in the off season. Transfer portal needs to happen in the off season. I don't understand any of that shit, man. Why they do that during the season, I really don't.
Yeah, I need to put some regulations in place and definitely get that hammered out, man. Like, I don't know about this being able to just play right when you transfer either. It's kind of fucking shit up.
Yeah, it's stupid, man. And I see a lot of people that are proponents of it, saying it's given smaller teams. Excuse me. I was drinking some water a second ago and went down the wrong pipe. But I'm all for the smaller teams getting a level playing field, man. It's fun to watch those teams. Arizona State, for instance, man, make it as far as they did. They're traditionally not a powerhouse, man. They did really well. I'm for leveling the playing field, man, but I'm not for. There's just something. Again, I like moving on, having a developing football, making it better, giving the players a fair shake at making some money, man. Might be their only chance they have to make a bag, so let them get it when they can. But, dude, you used to have players that committed to a team and were loyal, man. That was a Bama player. You've seen so many of these guys that have played for 3, 4. I even saw one that was like 5 teams, man. I mean, dude, you are just there's no commitment there. I mean, I get doing what's best for yourself, man, but then again, that takes away from the team model. So I don't know. We'll
Definitely,
see.
yeah, kind of a mixed thing, man. I mean, it's like Carson Beck, man, get your money. I think they're going to pay him $3 million to go to Miami or something.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Why
Shit,
not?
I
He
would
might
too.
get hurt his first year in the pros. You don't know. So go ahead and get it now. Football's a dangerous game.
Yeah, he might
The
suck in the
numbers,
pros.
yeah, the numbers just don't favor the players anyway.
No, not at all.
You know, it's a delicate balance, folks. You got your football purists, but fuck them. They're not. They're usually old dudes who's like fucking just want to see tradition, and I don't think they realize kind of like what those guys might be going through and that type of shit. So, it's definitely hard to kind of come to a consensus. Um, so, we'll see how it all plays out, man. Yeah, talking about getting Congress involved. They can't even fucking do anything for their own
Yeah,
stuff.
they doesn't need to get
So,
fucking Congress involved. Jesus Christ.
but I don't see any other way. I mean, who's going to regulate it? NCAA ain't got no fucking subpoena power anymore. I mean, what the fuck? They don't do anything.
Man,
So
vote
it's who's gonna fucking oversee all of this shit?
Godfather Nick Saban into the commissioner role. Let him figure it all out.
I don't think he even wants to fuck with any of that shit, or he's too busy coaching.
Man, I think he retired at such a good time, man. He left on a high note. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, too many of the purists and the old guys talk about, I don't like the way it is. I'm like you said, man. I'm for them making some money. I have zero problem with that, dude. If I play ball, I'd want to make some money too. They make the schools money. Their program, their likeness, their ability is what supports 90% of the other sports program. And really, at most universities, it's the football program and the basketball program, and it's usually the football program. And that usually props up all the other programs that do not perform as well. And so, yeah, the football players and all the athletes, but I mean, the football players are the one making the big, real life altering money. They should get paid. That said, man, I mean, you've got to have some type of regulation in there because eventually people are going to see this too. Right now, it's kind of the Wild West. Once the dust settles, man, and teams get established, a Texas or a team with all the money will build the ultimate team every year. They're going to be consistently in there. And then people used to bitch about Bama. Dude, you're going to bitch about Texas or somebody like that that's got all that oil money. Oregon with all the Nike money. It will happen, man. And so, football, any given Saturday, any given Sunday can change, but you're still going to have. Look what you have right now, man. You have the traditional powerhouses. This is not two teams that aren't familiar with playing in the national championship. Ohio State won it not too long ago. Notre Dame's been in it in bowl games. They always get their ass kicked, but I don't think this time's going to be any different. But people acting like, oh, it's not the SEC. Yeah, man, but SEC will be back. Georgia was a hair away from being pretty fucking close to being in the national championship. Bama, it's not their season, man. First year without Saban. I will say Bama will be back, man. I'm not going to say they're going to be like they were under Saban. They will be a playoff contender consistently in the next couple of years.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
We'll
I
see
love
how it
Alabama
goes.
this time of year.
What do you?
Whoa! Whoa! Man, so you got a week of work until the blizzard of next week. What you got your meal prep on deck? What's going on in the Wiggy household this week?
I don't, man. We haven't done any shopping yet. I'm wondering what I'm going to do. I need to get back to the store and grab some things. I've been trying to migrate to some crock pot stuff. I did some. What did I do the other day? I did something, man. Mostly like soups and stews. I've made a good beef stew in the crock pot before. Yeah, this time of year, cold, man. Good stew sounds pretty good. You know what I did get, man? For Christmas, we got a Ninja Creamy. Have you seen those? You can make the ice cream and milkshakes at home.
Oh, yeah, ice cream. Okay, how's that?
It's pretty cool, man. I actually made some. Used all natural ingredients, obviously. Kind of like a custard base, eggs, a little bit. What else did we have in there? Obviously, some milk. We did one that had some coffee, instant coffee in there. If you want a little coffee ice cream, tried that one out, pretty good. One with a like a gelato with some Greek yogurt. Man, they've all come out phenomenal. All really delicious. So highly recommend, man. The only thing that was a little bit kind of a learning curve is that some of these bases to make your ice cream, you've got to make them, and sometimes you have to like let them go into a saucepan and cook it a bit, and then strain it because they have the egg yolk in there. Want to cook it, then you freeze it for overnight, and then you set it onto your creamy, and it makes an ice cream. But dude, I mean, the final product is amazing. Made one that was a vanilla milkshake the other day with just heavy whipping cream, whole milk, a little bit of sugar. It recommended way too much sugar than I would normally use, so I put just a little bit in there and a little bit of vanilla. And man, dude, it tasted better than any milkshake I've ever had. It was phenomenal. Yeah.
What, it's just vanilla?
Yeah, that was just a basic vanilla one, man. Because I had all the ingredients on hand already. I didn't have any cocoa powder to make chocolate or anything like that. So, pretty straight, dude. I'm really a big fan.
Sweet. Yeah, man. I've been messing with my espresso machine. You're going to have to come down and get one sometime.
You got to tell us.
Let me
how
know,
that
man.
is.
Just let me know. Yeah. I got the Bambino Espresso Breville. It's pretty good. That's the like small one. Makes a pretty good cup, but I got to get some accessories, man. So if I were you and I was going to get an espresso machine, they got the Breville BES 870 XL. Now, that one's about $700. But it's got the thing where it's got the coffee grinder on top. It's got the thing where you just put it in and it like shoots the coffee down after it's grounded up onto the porto filter. And so it's got like everything right there. Got the steam on for the milk, steamed milk, and it's all there on the machine. And so like, yeah, dude, I could see that for y'all, man. That'd be good. It's about a median price. I think that's a good price for a decent espresso machine. I've seen them motherfuckers go for a lot of money. I ain't spending $6,000 on a fucking espresso machine.
That is
I wouldn't go over 1,000 myself, or 1,200 might be the limit. It's just, it seems a bit much, so, and I'm not that fucking, I'm not into
making that much espresso.
Yeah, this is good enough, dude. It does a pretty good one for for the price, and it's very, very decent. The only thing I don't like about it is you take that fucking portafilter off, you gotta like fucking hold the machine down or it moves, and it's kind of annoying. But that bigger one, I don't think you would have that problem on that one. And it looks pretty cool too. I need to get a grinder. They say the best is if you have whole beans and you grind it down. And but I just got the ground stuff right now. I don't have a grinder, so but that one comes with one, which is cool. So you got the option, man. If you want to get some beans and do it like that, because that's supposed to be the best way. grinding them right there on site once you want to, do a pull. So yeah, man, I'd look at that one, and I think that'd be good for y'all, man. It looks like a really decent machine.
I need to creep on that, man. I really do. So, what's the product? The product tastes good, delicious.
Oh, it's good, man. I put a little bit of cream in mine beforehand, just because I don't like black coffee's too bitter. I gotta
No.
put something in there, but it does a very decent espresso, and you can tell it's espresso. I usually start off with I usually just do a double shot, and on like I go to the store and get the little individual creams in there. I try to get as organic as possible, and the steamed milk is good, man. It's just not sweet enough to me.
Right.
And so go get a little vat, put about 4 of them in the little glass, and I use a cognac glass
Damn.
for my little shot there. And yeah, I do a double shot, and it tastes pretty decent, very decent. You have to come try it one time, man. I'll fix
Would
you
love
up.
to.
And whenever, man, let me know. Come on in. Come on in, man. Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
I do like me an espresso this time of year. All right. Man, getting on down here tonight. Let's see. It's another Monday night in the books, folks. Cabs are here. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. There it is. That's the right music. God damn it. All right. Well, before we get on out of here tonight, I hope all you guys have a great week and weekend. I hope none of you are dealing with any kind of sickness that seems to be going around. If so, man, take your ivermectin and bendazole, or maybe not. I don't know. Not sure if I should recommend that or not. Anyway, hey, Wiggy, before we get out of here, you have any last thoughts or words for the people?
Oh, you said it best, my friend. We're glad to be back. 2025 is going to be a good year. Always have some quotes that I've pulled up. This week, man, this one I just like. Some people run from the fire. Others are born to carry the torch. So tune in next week. It's going to be a good year, man. I can't say that enough. I am off next week, but I will be on the podcast. Grant Bills, let's get out and get to do something.
I was born in the Eastern Land. Yes. All right. Like I said, I hope all you have an outstanding evening tonight. Check out the old episode on the archive there. Listen to them, have a good laugh, or not, whatever. I hope all of you have a great week coming up, great weekend coming up. Be back here in the journey as always. Everybody has fun. Yeah. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Peace.